All right, we are ready for the final play. Not the first, not the second, not the third, but the final play hosted by yours truly, Jansen Harris, each and every day, each and every week. Unlike other shows, this network's unbiased. We keep it 100 all the time. If you want to call in, the call-in number will be posted later in the week. We're supposed to have Adrian Mack in the building. Going to have him on the phone live, former Globetrotter, GMGB player, Mixed Basketball League, is considered by Dime Magazine one of the best street ball players. But since he has not called in yet, we're going to talk about the Cavaliers and their struggles. Earlier this week, they lost to the Warriors 118-108. Kevin Durant went off, had 32 points. Steph Curry had 23. LeBron, 32 in a loss. He was stellar. But what's going on with the Cavs? They haven't looked good on the road. Pretty good scoring team. Locke, what do you have to say about them?
It's still early. Basketball season is a long season. There's plenty of time. They just got to get back in the flow with Isaiah Thomas just coming back, getting the chemistry going, and just filling each other out and getting ready to go. It's like I said, it's a long season. They'll be fine.
To me, I'm not pleased with what I'm seeing defensively. I looked up some of the stats right here, and I'm not pleased with it. Defensive rebound, they're 22nd in the league. That's bad. In steals, they're 28th. This team is at the bottom of the league when it comes to defense and defensive efficiency. They're allowing way too many points. Now, one point that I have to make is I don't think Kevin Love is getting the ball enough. Tyronn Lue came out and talked about that 29 minutes isn't enough. Look at some of his numbers, averaging 19 points a game, around 48% shooting. This is a guy who needs the ball more in the post. He needs to take more shots from the outside, and he's not getting the ball enough, and I don't know why.
I think it goes back to that chemistry and that relationship they're trying to work out with Isaiah just being back last few weeks. I got LeBron, who he's a catalyst, obviously. He runs the team. Everything goes through him. And then you got Kevin Love, where they're trying to work him. I think, like I said earlier, they're trying to match and mesh all three of those main scorers and guys. And so, since it's early in the season, there's still time for them to figure it out. I mean, it's January, guys. Relax. It's January.
I hear what you're saying about relaxing. My whole thing is Isaiah Thomas so far. He's averaged about 15 minutes. I know it's early. 30%, 37% shooting, 25% from the three-point line. He hasn't been effective so far. And I'm having my concerns because the level of competition they played outside of the Warriors isn't that tough. So that's something we have to consider. We have to look at it. Should they move one of these guys? What trades? That brings me to my next question. What marquee trades should the Cavs make? I mean, should they trade Tristan Thompson? 5 points a game, 5 rebounds?
If they bring anyone in, for a team like them, they're going to need Tristan Thompson to bang on the inside to potentially get rebounds, to fight on the inside down deep into the playoffs. If they go get anyone, I feel like it's the Kyle Korvers of the world. They go get that sharpshooter off the bench that might give him 15 good minutes, but he goes, 3 for 4 from the three-point line, or he gets him 9 points. That sort of player, a complimentary player, they've got all the stars they can get and need. It's more that complimentary piece to go support them with a sniper three-point shooter.
I think right now a must move. I wouldn't try to move a Kevin Love. I don't think that's necessary. I don't think they need to do that. What I think they need to do, though, I think Tristan Thompson, if you could get any value for him, that $80 million contract, I think you need to move him. He hasn't been effective this year. Last year he wasn't that effective. And I'm having my concerns about Tristan Thompson. He doesn't do much. This is the type of guy, okay, he sets the screen, plays a little bit of defense, but the rebounding numbers are down. This is a team that's at the bottom of the league in rebounds, and he's not even close to averaging double-double in rebounding. So I think a guy like Tristan Thompson, they need to move immediately. They need a scoring four. And if they can't get a scoring four, they're going to be in trouble.
If they trade him, I don't think they are. Is he overpaid? Yeah, absolutely. He's not worth what he's being paid. That's probably half of the NBA contracts. But who you gonna go get if you go, say you trade Tristan Thompson, you lose that big body, that 6'9", 7-foot guy in the middle, takes up a lot of space, and not a whole lot of area with in that inside the perimeter to protect the rim. Who are you gonna go get because they've got the scores with Love and LeBron and when Isaiah Thomas gets in the flow of things. But who they have to get the rebound outside Tristan Thompson?
I'm going to tell you this. This is a dream fantasy pick right here.
Time out. I want to
hit me with the timeout. Okay, 30-second timeout.
Before you go with that, I want give me a realistic, not a fantasy world trade, a realistic trade here.
Okay, since the NBA. Let me school you real quick. Since the Celtics, a lot of this stuff has been not realistic, if you ask me. So I'm going to put it like this. Anthony Davis or DeMarcus Cousins, one of them need to be moved. They need to go into a new team. So if they could get one of those guys, then this team could be dangerous. This team could actually compete for a championship.
So they were to get Anthony Davis. What is that? Two first rounds and a future, and then
yes,
and like
Isaiah, I'm not a big fan of trading Kevin Love, but I'm gonna say this: if you put Kevin Love, Isaiah Thomas, he could be dealt. And right now, we do have a caller in Adrian Confusion Mack, considered by Dime Magazine one of the best street ball players in the world. Hey, how you doing, man? We got you in. We got you right now on speaker. You're on the show right now, the final play. Couple quick questions. What are some of your favorite celebrity basketball games that you've played in?
Favorite ones, I'd probably have to say most recent one I did was with Snoop Dogg, Portia Williams from Atlanta Housewives was there. Bundle with Britney, DJ Khaled, Antonio Brown, Josh Norman, Stephen A. Smith. Just to name a few people that was in there. Lil Boosie was in there. Shade the Gemini. Packed house, man. It wasn't an empty seat in that gym. And I think I had like 40 in that game.
Wow.
And the people that I wanted to meet, always wanted to meet, like Khaled and Snoop and all those guys. Your goal is to meet them and get to know them. You know who they are, but when you leave, you want them to know who you are. So I think I put an impression on them that day, man. In that game, I was in the zone.
Yeah, and we see you on social media. You with everybody. Seen you with Drake. You're in Atlanta. You're in LA. You're everywhere, man.
Yeah, man.
Have you considered, or are you still trying to get into the NBA scene, or you're comfortable with the celebrity basketball game? Because we know you're doing well in there, probably making some really good money. What do you got coming into the future?
I'll be in Orlando on the 26th, and I got the game is coming back up again for the Celebrity Super Slam.
Okay.
And this was gonna be even crazier. I'm sure Portia Williams is coming back. They got Chris Johnson from the NFL. He's playing in it. Ray J's playing.
Okay, Ray J. We see he's back. Have the Kim Kardashian stuff. Okay.
Yeah. He had those things going on with Kim K. Kind of put her on the map a little bit. But he's supposed to be there. The lineup for that game, man, it's gonna be nuts, man. I think Snoop Dogg is coming back again, so I'll be flying out on next Thursday for that game. I'm excited, man. I can't wait.
Okay. My co-host, Locke Hoover, he wants to ask you a couple questions. Locke, what's up with it?
Hey, Adrian, how's it going? Thank you for joining us today.
Oh, yeah, no problem, man. When you asked me to do it, man, I ain't have no choice but to come on.
Kind of held you at gunpoint. All right. My first question I have is, looking at your bio and checking out some of the exciting, cool, interesting things you've done involving with basketball and the sport and all of that. So how'd you become involved in the film Unknown Champion with the ESPN film 30 for 30?
They were doing a casting call, and one of the directors movie. He was one of the players from the Sam Houston State Bobcats team that we were actually filming about. And he said my game and how that guy used to dribble the ball, it resonated how he dribbled. So they wanted to reenact everything that happened back then and put it in the current times, because the movie is based on them actually losing film in 1972. And we were actually reenacting everything that happened back then in those events. So, yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool, man, playing the character and be able to play with Willie Ames, who was on the show Charles in Charge. He was my coach in the movie. And playing with Donnie Boaz, he's like a CBS star. He's on all different type of shows. Donnie Boaz is. So it was pretty cool, man, just getting an experience, man, and getting some time for a movie. It's pretty.
Now, how did you? Is the film already out? When's it supposed to air if it's not already out?
The movie is in pilot mode. I guess ESPN, man, they got so many 30 for 30s coming out. It's actually still in pilot mode, and they're still reaching out, and I think they're still getting footage from all the players from back then. So that's what's taking it so long. They're still putting the final pieces, to that movie together.
Okay, well, cool. We'll look forward to checking that out when it comes. Now, how did you get spotted and start deciding to play street ball?
I played at a game. It was like a showcase game at one time. This was 11 years ago. This was in 2007. I was still in college. Still just trying to find my way, with life, whether I was, trying to get this basketball thing to try, or just, be out in the real world, just, doing a basic 9 to 5. I was like, man, no, forget this. I gotta grind for it. So, I played in the showcase game, and I did my thing in the game, and I put some film out, and it was a scout from the Harlem Globetrotter or whatever. And 2 weeks later, man, I was gone, man. I was on tour, and I never looked back.
Very cool. Now, how is the travel schedule? What are the accommodations for the Street Ball League? How was the travel schedule like, and what were the accommodations for the Street Ball League and the teams in it?
I mean, the travel is cool. I mean, it's pretty much a game, man. I'm usually going somewhere every weekend, every other weekend. I train kids too as well, and I do camps and stuff like that too as well. So I'm always doing something, that involves basketball. The accommodations, I mean, of course, they pay for your travel, they pay for your all that other good stuff. The fee that I was charged to actually play in the game, they would actually have to pay for that too as well.
I hear you. I'm sure that was a fun, great experience. Thank you for joining us today. I appreciate your time, and take care, Adrian.
Oh, I appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Man, and most no doubt.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Bye.
That was Adrian Confusion Mack. Definitely doing big things. Seen him with Drake, Chris Brown. He's with all the stars. He's really doing big things. You could catch him in Orlando for another celebrity basketball game. I also forgot to mention, former Harlem Globetrotter. He's really been doing his thing. He's been doing his thing.